Hello, and welcome to the stream, or VOD if you're watching this in the future. My name is JD Grauspitz. I'm the lead singer of Malignant Bear, and I figured we'd end the year off, or at least the year for me, as I won't be streaming tomorrow, with another viewer request, fan request here. So we'll jump right into the specific intro for today's game. So we will be playing today Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus. This is a tactical game, similar in style to XCOM, set in the Warhammer 40k universe. I am a fan of both those things, Warhammer and tactics games. So hopefully this is a good mix. We'll see. Hopefully it won't be too difficult. But yeah, I'm excited to play this. It's a game that I've had for a while in my collection. Haven't had a chance to play it. So when I got the suggestion, decided to jump at it. So really looking forward to this. So without too much further ado, we'll jump in, and I'll explain some things about both the genre and the setting, sort of as we're going. I have not played this game before, other than some test footage for audio levels, so I don't know exactly what we're getting into. So we'll see if my space German is up to task when I'm pronouncing all the weird things in the Imperium. All right. So, jumping right in here. 1 second. And helps if I unmute the desktop audio. All right. So, I skipped the little intro video and just got us straight into the game. It's a little weird, the audio, and it was very strange, so didn't want to have that jumping in. So this is Warhammer 40k Mechanicus. Here we have our cathedral ship. I suppose that's what it's called. Very, very neat looking. I'm a fan of the Imperium designs here. As I said, I haven't played this before, other than sort of a brief introduction, just making sure that it worked, all of a minute or two in the game. There's some DLC that just came out fairly recently. Never played it myself, or don't have it, haven't played it obviously, so we'll just ignore that that's a thing. Quick jump into the settings menu. I hope the audio levels are fine. If they're not, let me know. Left everything else at default, except motion blur. I hate when developers leave that on by default. Usually looks terrible, tends to impact the frame rate, all sorts of stuff, so I turn that off. Turn off Share Anonymous Analytics as well. I forgot that that was a thing, so we'll close that and jump right into new game. So with kind of turn-based tactical games, there's always, or usually at least, hopefully, multiple difficulty settings. Here we have casual, super easy if you're not experienced with these games at all. You get some starting Blackstone, whatever that means, and the enemies in this game, they are Necrons, have decreased health and experience and things like that. Or there's normal. This is the intended experience. This is what we'll be playing on, just because, again, I have no experience with this game. Here's hard. Again, I don't know what these things mean, how many extra Necrons would be a good thing or a bad thing. Of course, very hard. Only the Omnissiah can save you. So yeah, we'll definitely be avoiding that. No Iron Man, no permadeath. Permadeath in these games means that once your squad members die in combat, they're dead forever. We won't be doing that for our first playthrough. An Iron Man is when you lose, it deletes your save game. So again, won't be doing that. We will not be skipping the tutorial. Right. But we will take a look at customized difficulty just to kind of see what's here. Again, I'm not going to actually mess with any of these things, but it's always fun just to see what we have. Right. So quite a lot of options here. See, again, I don't know what most of these mean. Tombs awake level doesn't mean anything to me. Discipline tree unlock, again, no idea. So we'll leave everything as is, and again, just start in on normal. All right, jumping in. The 41st millennium, a time of darkness and war. The Imperium of Man claims the whole galaxy in the name of the God Emperor. It fights an endless war against Xenos from without, heretics from within, and supernatural horrors from beyond. Alongside the Imperium's war fleet serve the Adeptus Mechanicus. That's us! They are the tech priests of Mars, guardians and reclaimers of humanity's technology, ever searching for remnants of knowledge from man's glorious past, exploring the depths of the galaxy for the worlds long lost to mankind. In the name of their machine god, they manufacture the Imperial war machines within gigantic foundries known as Forge Worlds. Gradually, the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus shed their human weaknesses, replacing their limbs and organs with machinery that is both stronger and spiritually pure. Their leaders, the inscrutable Magi, protect the Forge Worlds and explore the furthest corners of the galaxy with their cohorts of Skitarii troops. It is a time of warfare, tragedy, and portents of doom. Across this benighted galaxy, the Adeptus Mechanicus are one of mankind's last defenses against a new dark age, or perhaps they will be the ones to hasten its dawn. So yeah, 40k. The tagline is, in the grimdark of the future, there is only war. The popular memes about the setting is just that it's grimdark, everything grimdark. Just gritty, grim, blah, 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 blah. Lots of death, lots of things like that. That's why I read it in the kind of cheesy, over-the-top, fake voice. But there doesn't seem to be any voice acting in this game. I'll read some of these things. Some of these words are really weird, so... An echo in the noosphere, Magos, an old transmission lost in the warp and recovered only now. Is it worthy of our attention? The Great Divide torments the galaxy. The resources of the Adeptus Mechanicus are stretched thin. We are weaker than ever, though the Imperium at large knows it not. This represents an unknown but possible key to victory. An opportunity to research, perhaps avert the ill fate that has befallen us. There's only 2 characters. I've already forgotten what names I've given, or what accents I've given them. Not that they're particularly good. The transmission's origin is Sylvia Tenebris, part of the Animusus Solaris within the Ultimum Segmentum. Jeez, that sure is some sentences there. Search the rolls, Redditus. Gather them. 4 months later. Yeah. So, I guess the important background of this setting is this takes place, again, in the 40k universe, specifically in the year 4100 something, or 41,000 something something something. I can't remember the exact details, and it varies depending on the specific game, book, tabletop, whatever it is. The important thing to know is that humanity was at its peak in the year 30,000, and then they fought a giant war with themselves and the forces of chaos. And chaos in this universe essentially is demons, hellspawn, things like that, that exist in another dimension called the Warp, that humanity and other aliens have tried to sort of infiltrate to use as their form of faster-than-light travel. Humanity reached into it. A bunch of the humans got corrupted, fought a big civil war, and has been in a massive decline ever since. Humanity won, but at a great cost. The God Emperor of mankind is... Actually, I can't say anything because that would be heretical. I can't speak ill of the God Emperor. He's still around, totally doing good, keeping an eye on everybody and everything. 10,000 years later, after the Civil War, so we'll pretend that that's how that's going. But the main armies of mankind are the Space Marines. Everybody knows them. They're big, bulky things, overrepresented in all sorts of 40k media. Then there's the standard Imperial Guardsmen, which are just normal old humans. They get mowed down by the billions in pretty much any conflict they're part of. And then you have specialized units like the Adeptus Mechanicus that we'll be playing as today. Whoever finds this transmission and follows me here, give thanks that you will see what I have seen. But be wary, my fellow seekers of knowledge. Whatever lies beneath this world, I fear, I hope, I have woken it. I came to this world to investigate its ruins, but I found so much more. Terrors, yes. Threats to body and soul. but by the Omnissiah I found such wonders. This is the last transmission of Magos Rasek. He vanished while on an explorator mission to investigate xenostructures on Sylvia Tenebris. Hypothesis: he found something. Our mission to this world is to ascertain any Xenos presence and, if we find it, eliminate it as a threat to the Imperium. The opening of the Great Divide means that we can call no additional support from the Forge worlds. Must achieve this with the troops and resources we bring with us. So, setting it up, we're investigating. One of our brethren in the Adeptus Mechanicus found something here, and we have limited resources, aka just the squad that we have. Benefit analysis: peace for sector, knowledge for mankind, potential, opportunity. An opportunity to destroy the works of the Xenos, Scavelara, not appropriate them. Themysciara Manuscripts, verse 619. What the enemy built, let it be made asunder, for to us it will be as a house of sand and knives. Magi, we are approaching the target coordinates. So the Adeptus Mechanicus, they were humans, and they worship ancient technology. They call it the Omnissiah. They don't have the ability to make anything like that anymore. So ancient technology is just revered, ancient being from 30,000 as opposed to 41,000. And again, they just worship those things, and the more devout their fervor, they slowly replace parts of themselves with that technology and basically become machines themselves. So they're human only in allegiance, and even that is questionable at best. I think this is a new character. I can't remember what voice I had for, but there she is. Temperate climate, atmosphere standard, breathable. My Skitarii troops should be able to operate down there without trouble. Are they ready to make landfall? As soon as we're in stable orbit, Magos. I doubt any actual Adeptus Mechanicus would have high-pitched voices, but you never know. There's too many characters, I can't keep track of all this. Administratum records indicate a single colony, St. Edric's Hope, on the surface near the Xenos ruins. No contact recorded in 2 centuries. Colony presumed failed. So, perhaps aiding to make the setting more interesting, or because when it was created, the internet didn't exist. Large-scale mass communication was not a thing. So this sort of thing happens all the time in 40k. No contact recorded in 2 centuries. Colony presumed failed. I guess, yeah, space is vast. You'd kind of lose track of things, but I would hope that at some point in the next 38,000 years, we figure out how to deal with that a little better. At least better than the Warhammer universe has. Skitarii will deploy to the surface near the ruins along with a team of tech priests under my direct command. Shall monitor them from my command throne on board. Servo-Skull Redidus will serve as my eyes on the surface. We'll make landfall at once. Yes, Magos. Set up a forward command post. Rasok's transmission looks like came from underground. Secure any entrance to the underground structure so your tech priests can begin the exploration. Alright, so we have found the Agroluk sector. This tomb reeks of stale, dusty antiquity. Its once stern architecture is littered with debris and tarnished with the patina of age. Here and there, fissures in the structure cast feeble light over cracked and tarnished metal. The tomb was once brutalist and oppressive, as if designed to crush the spirits of its inhabitants. It's no less intimidating now, but instead of evoking a merciless guiding intelligence, it speaks only of decline and of death. This place seems abandoned at first glance, but as the exploratory troops move through its hushed corridors, the ancient dust stirs and something long dead begins to take on a facsimile of life. Going by our fragmentary information, it looks like a buried tomb structure. Then the sword of the Omnissiah is ready to fall. We deploy immediately. Let the secrets of this world... What? I guess he's making a face? That's weird. No one talks like that. I counsel caution, Magos Faustinius. Our purpose should be here to destroy the threat of the alien, not to bask in its blasphemy. Apothesisms of the Logic Saints 7.91. In the presence of the Xenos lies the invisible miasma of corruption. Destruction is not possible from orbit, Vedix. The structure is too deeply buried. In Scaviola, we have no intention of plundering whatever trinkets I can find from this place. Alright, so, going in. Exploratory unit of tech priests is inside the tomb and ready to proceed. There's no telling what we'll find. Alright, so... Alright, so our basic units are the Scutari. They're Adeptus Mechanicus, but they're not full-born tech priests, which is kind of the higher level of them, so... That's right, this is just the tutorial. Adeptus Mechanicus are a curious breed. They explore and interact with machines they do not fully understand. Within this tutorial, you'll have to explore the interface to discover what to do. Like a true tech priest, you must experiment in order to learn. Help you out this one time. Left mouse button, click on the adjacent room to move. Alright, so a little different than sort of XCOM or something. We have, right away, this is sort of like a tactical overview of the level. I guess not unlike maybe something like Darkest Dungeon or Iratus, where, you know, you have the overview of the map, and then you're going to move to different rooms, and then things will happen within them. So I can't zoom in or out, which is a little odd, but here's my units. Some other stuff. There's initiative advantage, don't know what that is. That's all the units I have. Jeremiah and Minarius and some servitors. I'm just going to move forward. And nothing in this room, I suppose. These are Xenos hieroglyphs. I know of them. They are my undoers, Necrons, mysterious, ill-researched, corruptive. Alright, so, as we saw in the beginning, the main enemy is Necrons. Obviously, the game kind of spoiled that for us. And if it didn't, for anyone who knows the setting, the fact that we're in a tomb was kind of a dead giveaway. Necrons are, for lack of a better term, robotic space Egyptians. They're an ancient galaxy-conquering race that was, what I guess kind of corrupted by an even more ancient and galaxy-conquering race, and tricked them into turning into immortal robots, and then buried them on all these various planets that they call tomb worlds now. And whenever they wake up, they just go around killing, just like they did millennia ago. They're very dangerous. One of them is stronger than, you know, hundreds of the average human, both in terms of physical strength and weaponry and everything like that. So they're a pretty good match for the Mechanicus in terms of, you know, ancient technology and all that. So, and not a super common enemy in 40k, or at least in 40k video games. This could be a rare sample of the Necron language, Magos. We have barely any knowledge of it. Collecting data from this obelisk could move our understanding of the language ahead for the first time in centuries. This is a work of the alien Magos. Alright, so sometimes tech priests will feed back important information about what they encounter in a room. These situations will require you, our commander, to make decisions. There will be consequences, so choose wisely. Alright, so we get to make choices. Again, the Adeptus Mechanicus, or at least some of them, say that we should just destroy this because we have to purge all Xenos scum, including the Necrons. We could also secure it, so check the surrounding chambers for potential dangers, or scrutinize it, so examine the inscriptions. Again, we should just purge the Xenos scum, standard Imperium protocol. We don't want to research it, just get rid of it. Secure is kind of the safe middle ground here, or scrutinize. This is the scary thing, where we're breaking away from the rules of the Omnissiah, but it's the smart thing, so research it. Detecting a massive energy spike from inside the tomb. Something's happening in there, something huge. Noctilith source detected, also known as Blackstone. Request collection immediate. Right, so we got some Blackstone. Again, whatever that is, at least in terms of this game. So that's good though, I'm sure it's useful. Seems to be some sort of currency. Alright, let's move forward ahead. Nothing in this room whatsoever. But obviously looking up here, we have some Necrons. So we'll move forward ahead and get our first taste of combat. Necrons. Raysock did encounter them after all. No wonder he didn't make it off this planet. Every datum we have says they are as deadly as they are inhuman. So again, we get a choice here. The cohort encounters resistance in the form of Xenos constructs, not flesh and blood creatures, but artificial bodies that move with precision and coordination. So this is basically how we're going to proceed in combat. So we can go on Crusade, which is an aggressive stance. Not quite sure what the difference would be. Caution, exercise extreme caution, or consistency, follow the established combat protocols. Let's do caution, just be safe. It's our first fight. I like the effects, seeing almost kind of the Matrix-y fade in here of the Necrons. So here we have our standard Necron warrior with his, can't remember the exact term for it, but it's basically a laser cannon. It disintegrates things that it hits, so very dangerous. Alright. So all of my various party members, or I guess the NPCs, excited about this. Gauze weaponry, okay. Well, still, it disintegrates things. Right. I've heard our brothers and sisters of the Mechanicus have lost their lives trying to solve the mysteries of these Xenos weapons. Approach with caution. It is also widely known that they will self-repair, reanimate, or reconstruct themselves if left the time to do so. Wounds that would instantly kill a Skitarii are the equivalent to a sea graze to Necrons. Right, so basically, Necrons are really strong, and they're just warning me of that fact. So at the start of every fight, you must decide the location of your units on the battlefield. You can only place them within highlighted squares. Alright, so it looks like, despite the fact that I had, 6 guys earlier, I apparently only have 2, which makes sense. Servitors in 40k are just the little skull things that are floating around my guys. I don't know if I can zoom in to show that. But they're just basically little floating computers that help them with things. So, right. I don't know what any of these other things are on the map. But Apprentice Jeremiah, he's got a ranged weapon. Put him up there. And then Menarius, looks like he has an axe and a gun. We'll just put them together, why not? Go ahead and start off, just to be super safe. Let's move a unit, click left mouse button within the blue outline surrounding your unit. To decline the unit, or move, click anywhere else. So it's a little hard to see. Looks like keyboard controls to move the map, but there is a little blue outline on these squares. It's kind of clever use of it though, the Necron tomb just being made up of basically simple geometry gives a nice excuse for just having squares and letting them do this. So, what is that? +1 cognition. Right, you just move your tech priest to a source of cognition points. They represent valuable information the tech priests are harvesting. Okay. Several ways to collect cognition points. The fastest way is moving your tech priest close to the source of them. Many other ways, figure it out. Right, cognition points are stored at the bottom of the screen. I guess that's these orange gears. Shared team resource to plan ahead. Okay, I have quite the range on this. This is my single target ranged attack or a servo skull. Alright, so we're going to do this. The servo skull is the skull of a faithful servant of the Omnissiah, augmented to be a useful companion. Every tech priest has their own servo skull, and again, just a little computer, basically. Right, they collect more combo points. I'm going to toss it over on this Necron so I can learn about it. Reveal the stats of an enemy. Knowing your enemies will greatly increase your chance of success. Servo skulls reveal HP, armor, energy, and then I decide what weapon types to use. Okay. So, I have quite a lot of actions here. That's interesting. Yeah, I wasn't sure how that would go down. Apparently I can move, servo skull, and attack all in one turn. So, I'm gonna shoot him. Let's see, killing Necrons isn't simple. Necrons are made of self-repairing metal that is able to knit together dismembered limbs and gaping wounds. We call this the reanimation protocol. When a Necron is in their reanimation protocol, they're unable to fight but will return to fighting condition soon. Dealing any amount of damage to a Necron in this protocol state will destroy them indefinitely. Not exactly going from the lore, they can come back for pretty much anything, which is why they're so terrifying. But there is a finite number of them, thankfully. So, right. About to move using cognition. Ah, okay, so I don't want to do that. No. I thought that was still within the thing, but apparently not. Alright, so we'll just end his turn. Now the Necrons are moving. I like seeing... You can even see the reflection of their gauze rifles on the ground. That's pretty neat. Alright. I don't know if there's, like, cover or anything like that. It doesn't say, but I'm going to be smart here. I'm going to move this guy up, get some cognition points again. I've gathered enough cognition points to be able to use a cognition point powered weapon. Okay, right. Some weapons like the Phosphor Serpenta require CP to use. Look to the right hand side of each action to learn the CP cost of that action. Alright, so there's my super strong weapon that I can use. It seems like kind of a waste considering this guy's almost dead anyways. So I'm going to servo skull the other thing. See how strong he is. And he's out of range. Okay. Just going to go ahead. I guess I ended the turn. Alright, so next round. Okay, so there's sort of an intermission, so it looks like I got more combo points. You'll be able to call in more members of the cohort as the battle goes on. I'll need CP to do that. I just pick where I want them, basically. Okay. So yeah, let's put him there. So it looks like it takes 1 to do this every time. So I'm just going to summon up 2. I'm doing pretty good so far. I can't choose whose turn it is. Alright, so this guy's always going to go first. It's not in range of any target. Nope, I don't want to do that. Okay. So let's move him up. And now I'm in range of this guy, which is good. Oh! Okay. You've killed a Necron unit with a critical hit. When you critically kill a Necron, they're unable to activate reanimation protocols and are instantly teleported from battle. That's convenient. No threat remaining, so I guess I didn't even have to kill the other one. He just automatically died. That's good to know. So I can end battles by having everything in reanimation state. Cohort's HP carries over from each fight within a mission. Keep this in mind. Okay, so that's good to know. Alright, so there's nothing else to do in this room, it looks like. Yeah. Just keep it on. Assume there is something in this next room, given the exclamation point over it. Hypothesis formulation, sarcophagi, coffins, burial places, structure, purpose designation, tomb. Clearly. In the chamber ahead are several groups of structures, like upright coffins of an unknown material. Could intrigue, ensure you observe your surroundings carefully. Detailed pictograms and readings may be the key to access. Ignore them, or destroy them. Okay, let's take a look. This is probably a bad choice here. They're waking up. That's why it was probably a bad choice. Cohorts examine the sarcophagi and note that each one indeed contains a Necron war form within its heavily armored exterior. They're drawing power from somewhere. Oh, I assumed that we were going to have to fight them there, but I guess not. Okay, that's good. And again, Necrons as space Egyptians just kind of do that. People find them, poke around in their tombs, they wake up, and then kill them. So, see. After exploring the chamber for several minutes, a tile underfoot clicks. The sound of whirring energy builds up around your troops. A quick omnispec scan reveals you're surrounded on all sides by Xenos life forms. It appears that those combo points or whatever, cognitive points, carried over, because I still have 4 from last time. So, I'm in a good spot then, if that's the case. Yeah. I'll take that any day of the week. Because then I can be real bold, and... No, we don't need that many. Just do 2. Alright, which guy's going first? Jeremiah. So we can go forward here. Seems like a good idea. Look up this guy's stats. I don't know, they look slightly bigger than the other ones did. So only did 2 damage to him. It's not very good. Now it's his turn. And he did quite a lot of damage to me. Comparatively. In Mechanicus, there are 2 types of units to control. Tech Priests, which are my 2 main guys, or troops, such as the ones I've just deployed. Troops are your servants and cannon fodder. They don't have access to as many weapons and skills as Tech Priests. However, they are useful and should not be overlooked. Alright. Move him up here. And terrible range. Okay. It's basically these guys, I guess as it says, are pretty much just cannon fodder. We'll see what happens. He takes a lot of damage. Servitors are hit in combat. Tech priests take an interest. Quickly note the damage angles, projectile speeds, and other useful combat information to be used later against their enemies. This is represented by gaining a cognitive point. Servitors are a very useful unit in all your missions. So I wonder if I have like an infinite supply of them, or is it just those 4? So it said damage carries over. If their design is basically just to get beat up on, it seems a little odd. Okay, so that's melee weapon, makes sense. So we'll use our big gun. Did quite a lot of damage to that guy. End our turn. Oh. Okay. So Canoptech Scarabs are little Necron things. They're going to explain them right now. Raysock is the guy that we're here looking for, but Scarabs of an unknown Xenos race. Synthetic, possible artificial intelligence. Once specimen gathers, AI theory equals false. Weeks of study showed there are many variants of Scarab, each with their own rules within the Xenos economy and architecture. Able to build and deconstruct anything they encounter, they're able to repair other units within the species with lightning speed. Be warned, they are deadly in large swarms. Appears the machine spirit is with us. We've been able to access some more Raysock's data than we thought was corrupt. So that's how I got that. Okay. Must be due to us recording these Xenos forms that the machine spirit has blessed us with access to these cogitator records. Cogitators are basically computers in 40k. It's unsure why he would lock this under a synthetic proximity encryption. Right, so this is the inter-turn phase, so I have access to more servitors if I want them. I really don't. Seem a little pointless. Already got a couple. But we will move up and... Does this have ammo? Is that what I'm seeing there? Okay, so I can attack those, actually. That's slightly worrisome. Alright, so we'll deal with the Necron in front of us. 2 damage, so he is reconstructing. And then we're going to get real bold and Actually, let's move up here instead. So we move up, we gain some cognition points from him, which seems nice. Move up again, end his turn. And let's see here. Let's move up and attack the scarabs. So I didn't scan them, I didn't have a chance to, so I don't have any information about anything on them. So it's telling me that, as we've not revealed statistics for this target. As a result, the amount of damage dealt is unknown. Okay. So, oh, and they get an attack of opportunity now. So, again, sort of standard in tactics games, or D&D, attack of opportunity is basically if your characters are flat-footed, things can attack them from behind, things like that. So, when an enemy moves out of melee range, providing your unit has a melee weapon, the enemy will trigger an opportunity attack. So, going over what I just figured out. An opportunity attack gives your unit a free melee attack on an enemy. Each unit can perform only one opportunity attack per round. Alright, so my main guy just wrecked some of those scarabs because they attempted to move into melee range. And they did acid damage, and my shield absorbed all of it, which is quite nice. So, alright, so dealt with that. It's good. And be super bold, move up after we've done that, because you can move at any point in your turn. Get an opportunity attack as well. Yeah, I was going to say, probably dead there. Servitor Unit 00001 has died. Do not worry, troops are cannon fodder designed to protect your tech priest from enemy attacks. Without tech priest, your mission would fail. Do I get more information? No? Okay. Near melee combat in an adjacent square to an enemy, you're unable to use your ranged weapons as they're too dangerous to use at close range. Makes sense. So, melee those. And again, we get to move again, as we already did, and we'll just move forward slightly. We have enough CP to use the heavy weapon again. Do some damage to this big Necron. And I believe we win. Yeah, okay. So far, so good. I'm not quite sure what it means about my troops dying, though. Like, I guess they're just dead? Yeah, so I only have 3 of them now. Okay. That's, I think we're at the end, though, anyways, so that doesn't matter too much. I'm curious if those will respawn between missions. Obviously, the tech priests don't, but somewhat represents a location of significant importance to your mission. Entering these rooms brings you closer to the end of a mission. Negative signs of hostile forces, seeking permission to proceed with data collection protocols. Confirmed, permission authorized. Acknowledged, Magos. Protocol begins. What is primary focus, sire? Knowledge of Necron forces, numbers, defenses, locations. Any form of data on how many remain on this rock. Secondary is source, the purpose of this tomb, why it was built. Same reason why most tombs are built. Interface devices all but eroded. There's only one device that may hold answers, but Necron data looms are incomprehensible to Imperial archaeotech. This might take a while. Magos, if I may take host of this priest, I could be of assistance. Approved. No spheric interfacing complete. Hard to decipher purpose. List of suggestions, Magos. Deconstruct device, activate switch mechanisms, learn Necron language, and return later. Always so meticulous with your lists. Engage the mechanisms, although I detest to do so. The promise of rewards are too great to ignore. Alright. So no choice there on my end. It just sort of did it. Something is happening. As Tech Priest Acquisitor Scaviola left suddenly, my cogitators glitched. Augmentations entered sporadic reaction protocols and have fried vital sign regatories. Unclear of full damage reports. Necron device is now activated, sire. So Scaviola took control of my little robot, tried to hack the computer, and it looks like it bit him in the butt. So. Alright, so we woke up all the Necrons on the planet. Screwed up bad.
I wake with the turning of aeons. Stars yet burn, life yet blossoms. Is it truly time?
Okay, so they give voice acting for the Necrons, which is good. So yeah, their sort of original deal with the oh god, I can never remember the name of what the race that betrayed them was. It started with a C. Was it? But they're basically kind of like energy aliens or something at this point. Told them that they would be this until the end of life in the universe, and then it could take over. So anytime they wake up, that's why they're so mad. An omni-linguistic transmission. It seems these mute constructs are not the only inhabitants of this structure.
What is this? Flesh and steel combined. A mockery of both.
Right.
Their every
So they are mad because we exist, basically. So Necrons are, again, just pure machines at this point, and we are sort of a mockery of what they are now and what they used to be. Alright, capture the Xenos. That seems really dangerous. Fall back. Stand our ground. I'll capture it. Why not? If you insist. Do our best, but I fear you may be overestimating our combat capacity. So for any familiar with Warhammer Fantasy, the now defunct fantasy variation of Warhammer, Necrons are basically the Tomb Kings, but in space. Similar kind of thing, backstory, all that good stuff. Unfortunately, Warhammer Fantasy was destroyed by Games Workshop a few years ago and revived as Age of Sigmar, and the Tomb Kings were not revived with it. So they are squatted, is the term within the fandom. But 41st Millennium is a brutal place. You may lose this battle, but not the war. In Mechanicus, there are many alternate paths to discover. Alright, yeah, this seems bad. So these red things, I'm going to assume, are infinitely spawning Necrons. Obviously, we have the boss one up there, the Void Admiral, on his little throne-looking thing. There's 3 normal Necrons already in the fight. And again, I think more are going to spawn as well. How do we want to play this? So, oh, objective survive. Alright, it's always fun. Some nice Halo Reach things there. Alright, I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna deploy all of my servitors here as well. Might as well have enough combo points, or cognitive points, I don't know why I keep wanting to call them that. But servitors are quite quick, they go first. Unfortunately, they do not benefit from the cognitive points thing where that lets them move extra. Kind of a letdown, but it's okay. Oh, and I can't move through my own units, that's also good to know. So you can see I have some of my guys here. They're pretty gnarly looking. I can't go through them at all. So, also worth pointing out, they look a little bit like SCVs from StarCraft. For those who don't know, Warcraft 1, the original RTS, was originally intended to be a Warhammer RTS. Blizzard lost the license at the last minute and sort of had to remake everything with their totally original spin on it, and then carried it forward when they made StarCraft, and it's totally not Warhammer 40k. Of course, at this point the settings have diverged quite a bit, but the influence is still very obvious. So I do like both, but again, it's worth pointing out because for those who might not know, but just see the similarities, it's again very hard to ignore. Right. So I can do the Servitor Skull anywhere on the map, which is cool. I'm going to reveal stats on that guy. 40 is a lot of health. That's more than my entire team combined. So, don't have enough range to do anything. So we'll just end his turn. Keep moving up. Basically, I just want my servitors to kind of distract him so that he doesn't come down and just wreck me. Because he's going to at some point. That's just how this is going to go. Again, given that the objective is literally just survive, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I'm going to lose this. Especially when they have range like that. Off to a great start. Right.
I sailed the void for 1,000 years. I fought the war in heaven. What can you do to strike fear in one such as I?
Just enjoying soaking it in. Everything in Warhammer, both fantasy and 40k, is incredibly over the top and cheesy in the best possible ways. Down to his dialogue, the names for everything, the events. So basically everything in the setting goes with rule of cool, and especially like rule of cool for like at the risk of being offensive, I guess almost like teenagers or something. But that's what makes it so endearing. Why it's been so popular for so long, because it's so over the top that it loops back around to actually being cool and fun, and it's hard not to respect that. Hey. So it looks like he automatically gains the cognition points from that. That's good. I can't do anything with the actual tombs. I can't reveal their stats. And look at this, guys. So, see what he's up to. We do have our super gun here. Be smart to take out one of these single units, if we can. I have enough points that I could move. So yeah, I might as well. Then move one more time. Get up here and melee him. See, I've got a giant, is that axe? Okay. Pretty cool. So we have our new round. Still out of range of that guy. Alright, so I can delay my turn. I don't want to do that. Doesn't really help me at all. I just want to get close enough. Still not close enough. No. Let's see if I can attack this guy at least. No! Wow. Okay, it's very stingy with the range on that. Alright, so yeah, once I've moved, I guess I have a set amount of movement points. Doesn't really... I don't see where that's listed, so kind of screwed up there. It's okay. Again, given that this guy one-shot 2 of my servitors, it's probably not going to go too well. Just absorbed all the damage I did, yeah. Can't see me getting out of this one. This guy's going to regenerate in 2 more turns. This guy's going to have some more dialogue. Kill another of my servitors. I get points back from them when they die, so that's good. And machine spirit charged. Alright, so I'm right here, might as well melee this guy. So I at least get a kill. Grunge's attack is teleported away somewhere far beyond our reach. In practical terms, this means you've killed the target. Cool. Alright, we'll move up. Again, he's probably just going to kill us in a second here. It says it's going to do 0 to 1 damage because he has a shield that absorbs pretty much all of it. But we'll try. Again, nothing else to really do. Yeah, damage absorbed. I've used all possible actions for this unit, and there's nothing more you can do this round. Press the unturn button. That's pretty obvious, but... Right. Reveal stats, might as well. See what's going on up there. Right, so I can do some damage to him. Make it closer to the tomb, see if it says it. No, okay, it doesn't say anything. Alright, so I at least did some damage to him that time. But again, it's 37 health left. I guess it's worth pointing out that lore-wise, Necrons are hostile towards everything. There's the two main factions in the game, or in the universe, which is sort of Order and Chaos. And Order is humans, the Imperium of Man, and they're loosely aligned with the Eldar, which are just space elves. And then occasionally there's, they get some help from the Tau or another sort of Order-aligned faction. And then Chaos is Chaos, the space demons, the evil space marines, corrupted humans, things like that. Those are kind of the two big players. The Dark Eldar, corrupted space elves. But yeah, then there's Necrons, they hate everybody. The Tau, sort of neutral towards anybody. Tyranids are the Zerg. They're literally the Zerg. And then I'm trying to think what else. Orcs. Orcs are sort of loosely Chaos aligned. Space orcs and goblins. They're fun. They're the most likely enemy though in most 40k things. And they're loosely aligned with Chaos, but they'll fight them all the time too, because they can. And they think fighting is fun, so they'll fight anything. Alright, see, I don't have enough points to do that. Oh, so it doesn't have ammo. It charges up and gets stronger. Okay. Well, doesn't matter. Can't do anything else anyways. Oh, so he changes his shield type every turn. That's neat. Of course, killed me. Connection lost. Yeah, I don't know how I could have possibly survived multiple turns, given that he could move basically the entire map. Alright. So just talking about the fact that we lost, that they can reanimate, that the Necrons are waking up, and... Alright. Basically just talking about the fact that the things are not going well. Oops. 1 second here. Let's see. It says the stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. I hope it's not dropping frames or anything. Let me check the health. Keeps dropping up and down. I don't know why. It's not consistent though, but it's strange. But yeah, if anybody's watching, let me know in the comments if it's dropping frames or anything like that. Everything still seems fine on my end, but again, just YouTube giving me a little warning message there. So Skatar will explore the tomb chamber by chamber and maintain a foothold. My tech priests will be deployed to achieve crucial objectives and respond to crises. Time may be a factor, but our mission can only be achieved with the thoroughness of a full deployment. Alright. So yeah, basically they want to, some of them want to study the Necrons, some of them just want to destroy them. So we'll see what happens here. Alright, so again, they're just sort of going through what's going to happen. Fighting against each other a little bit, but that's okay. The Necron construct forms are waking up. It seems Raysak, the guy that we were tracking down, accidentally began the process, and our intrusion hastened it. His Necron reanimation protocols are continuing, blah blah blah. My plan is to explore. Let's see. Alright, more and more Necrons constantly. Necrons are machines. Machines acting according to patterns and programs. Okay. Strategic calculations indicate time spent deployed on missions will affect the overall number of missions we'll be able to deploy. Okay, so they're giving backstory into the fact that this is going to be a time-based game. So, send Skitarii scouting parties to discover other tombs and create forward positions for high-priority missions. If the threat on the planet is not assessed and eliminated before full reanimation is reached, be forced to abandon the planet. Alrighty, let's look at the top left corner. This is the Necron Awakening Meter. So again, for those who are familiar with XCOM, this is basically the whatever the big mission thing is in that, where you have X number of turns, in-game days, what have you, for the aliens to win. So, alright, so try to gather as much information and tech before it gets to 100%. Alright. Omnicide did not send us here to do anything easy. Threat to humanity will be eliminated or we will not leave. Alright. Another sector was located. This tomb is bathed in sickly green light that serves not to illuminate, but only to make the shadows deepen. Every surface seems connected via filaments of alien light. The design here speaks of Xenos tech heresy, forbidden knowledge in a structure as alive and aware as anything inhabiting it. Early exploratory readings indicate the walls are made of a substance not known to the rituals of metallurgy. Abstract designs carved into this substance suggest unknown regions of space mapped according to some alien understanding. The weight of such blasphemy slows the steps of the first troops to enter here. The heresies of knowledge are deadly enough, but it seems unlikely they are the only dangers here. Alright, so a little bit more tutorial stuff, just kind of going over our ship and our crew members and everything like that. So this is kind of the between missions things that we're going to have. Alright, customize your tech priest and prepare for the missions ahead. You can select missions from character portraits on the left. Okay. I have to click that like little tiny arrow to advance dialogue, and it's a little annoying. Before we go in the mission, we should inspect our troops. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing else I can do on this screen, really. So I'm a little annoyed, though. In one of the choices I had in the tutorial, I picked up some extra blackstone, but it seems like it just regulates itself to 300, so... what was it? He said go to the cohort tab, see what we got. Alright, welcome to the cohort quarters. See my tech priests. Troops are shown at the top. You can see what they have, blah blah blah. Tech priests are in the bottom. Alright, so these are the guys we had earlier that died. Apparently they're back. So again, I guess it just sort of ignores that the tutorial happened. Tech priest customization screen. There are many ways to customize a tech priest. You can change the weapons, body augments, backpack upgrades, and more. You can upgrade your tech priests. Head to the disciplines tab. Wow. Near the tech priest portrait now. Where's that? Oh, okay. Can I rename them? Oh, you can. Cool. Okay. I know that's always a thing that people like in tactics games, being able to rename your followers and things. A common thing is to rename people after your friends or your viewers or things like that, or donators and so on and so forth. We'll just keep them as is, but it's nice to see that it has that feature. So, right, so you can see their logs. There's all the stats about them. No skills yet. Here we have their weapons. I guess these are just like automatically equipped. Oh, no, okay. So I have to drag them around. More slots. That's weird. Okay. I'll do this instead. So we can actually get to the tutorial for that, because I'm apparently doing something wrong. Alright, upgrade our tech priest using Blackstone. Seems a little heretical, using Xenos tech, but each disciple is focused on a different playstyle. Select one of the skills from one of the 6 discipline skill trees now. Reveal stats when in melee range. Troop unit gains +1 damage, +4 movement, and +15% crit chance. That seems huge. It looks like I can go down the tree as well. Oh, and it gives me a little brief overview of what's in here. So explorers take the quest for knowledge more than any other discipline. So this has got to go fast. Alright, so this buffs my troops. This one is all stuff based on, looks like, cognitive points, I suppose. This is data entry. More cognitive points. Alright, whatever. Like other priests. Oh, here we have like our support tree. And Dominus is fighting +4 range for range weapons. Wow, that's incredibly useful. I don't know what to pick here. Let's see. It's a tough call. Let's go with this thing that buffs everybody. It seems pretty useful. Alright, use Blackstone, blah blah blah, validate. Okay. Having a diverse team is advised, however the choice is all yours. Tech priests can be multidisciplined, meaning they can learn skills from more than one. Makes sense, you have enough augment points to equip him with a weapon. Drag weapon onto the slot. Alright, so I have 2 slots. Looks like each one of these uses up 1, so I can equip both. Why not? Alright, so now I've got gun and giant axe again. That seems good. And right, here we have the other guy. Let's get him something as well. So I feel like having someone that can heal would be nice. Give him that. Go back to the cohort screen. So yeah, done some basic stuff with them. Let's check the tech screen. Anything here? It's a list of technologies collected so far. You can find tech on missions or as a reward. It's a collection of weapon blueprints. Alright, so yeah, nothing else there other than the ones that I already have. Let's head back to the mission screen. All these different characters. I guess this is like the overall mission progress. Okay. So here I have a mission. Let's see what my rewards are. Tech servitor wishes to begin her research into the secrets of the Necrons and has asked for specimens. Alright. So it kind of shows where that is on the planet there. So the rewards I will get. So, new axe. It's like an item and some blackstone. It's 91 from that. Let's see what else we got. This is new gun. A claw that can heal. That seems way more useful. Same amount of blackstone. Only one type of enemy as well. And these other characters don't have anything for me. Alright. Yeah, let's go with this so we can get more healing. And we only faced one type of enemy there, too. So. Choose which tech priests. I don't have a whole lot of choices there, so. Alright, so I have to pick who I'm going to send. So again, just like the helicopter, or whatever it was in XCOM, I can't remember, it's been a while. Alright, no, okay. So I guess I just automatically have that? Is that a thing? Alright, so yeah, I might as well fill it up. That's all I can do. So I got my guys. Send them out. Called you here, Vitex, because your knowledge of spiritual matters and the cult Mechanicus will be crucial in dealing with any moral threats on the planet. I have 54,021 works of scripture stored for rapid context topical retrieval. There is no obstacle behind my capacity to counsel you on. Thrilling. Unnecessary use of cogitator power. Waste of resources, Vitex. Insufficient uses. Go to Augment Bay for improvements. The Xenos tomb is revealed to us as a great hungry maw that seeks to consume our very purity. Blasphemy reeks from every corner of the tomb of Agrilek. Most poetic. Your thoughts on how to proceed. Shall take my cues from the writings of Archmagos Veneratus Hieroticus. Let stench of corruption be swept aside by the sweet winds of faith. One of my censor servitors will cleanse the spiritual corruption with blessed incense. It's probably fire. Seems like a thing. But we'll see what it actually is. So yeah, heresy is literally anything that's not from the Imperium of Man, and even some things that are, depending on how mad people are, basically. So yeah, we're gonna go purge some heresy. Again, obviously, Imperium of Man draws pretty heavily on some sort of old-style Catholic imagery and words and all sorts of things like that. So, Inquisitors, heresy, purging, all those good things. Alright. As you can see, there a little bit of back and forth between the characters, which is good. You know, kind of fleshing them out and some of the things. So we have our first choice here. We can either go up or down. We need to get there. That is the end goal. So let's go... so the tomb has an awakened level as well, which is interesting. Let's go up first. Trying to plan out if there's like a most efficient route. I'm sure there is, but it's non-standard behavior and speaks ill of the menials whose task was to maintain this machine. Beware the deviance of thine own tools, for the enemy finds his entrance thereby. It's quite unexpectedly, a previously unused Voxcaster unit pops out of the servitor's face panel. In a synthesized voice, it attempts to engage the cohort in philosophical discussion. Alright, so we can destroy the Vox unit, examine it, or talk to it. Just look at it, see what it's up to. Never know who tampered with this machine. If all is right, he suffered punishment for his heresy long ago. So messing with machines is heresy. Existing is heresy. Alright, so lengthy but comprehensive diagnostics indicates an invasive element in the biological cortex that contains the servitor's operating system, a data chip inserted by an unknown person many years ago. With the chip removed, the servitor ceases its wayward communication and continues in silence. Alright, so we got a gun, 2 points, And the Necron initiative has gone up. I don't know what that means. And it doesn't want to tell me. I'm curious if moving back will raise it again. Okay, it doesn't. Alright, so that's good. So I can kind of move freely around the tomb then. So there isn't really a best route. It's just kind of what I want to take time to do. Alright, while traversing this chamber, we once again find a thing. So we can grab the machine, go into the hole and pick it up, or let's use Mechanicus. Seems the best way. Alright, our presence has been detected. Okay. Necrons are waking in response to our presence within the tomb. As you travel through each tomb, defense systems will start activating. This increases the difficulty of the mission. The longer you spend in a tomb, the harder the mission becomes. Makes sense. Exploring the depths of the tomb isn't without reward. There are unknown amounts of lost knowledge to be found for those willing to dig deeper. So we gain more cognitive points, so we're maxed out. But the tomb has awakened once again. Alright, so I don't know that that was actually worth it, but let's see. Keep going, though. Keep exploring. It's no good, Magos. Not good at all. Xenos corruption takes physical form in this murky fog. Can anything be done? The noisome miasma of fumes from the Xenos machinery in this area is masking the servitor's sacred incense. So we can pray, we can purge, or we can power through. Purge. Of course. Prayer has but power, but I cannot deny fire does too. Excellent. Righteous flames scour away the miasma, allowing the cohort to advance. The sight of sheets of flame burning away the toxic fog is indeed inspiring. Absolutely. Okay. So nothing there. Did raise the tomb level, though. Extra Necrons in battle. Oh no. Could this be a form of Xenos map room? Most perturbatory. Throne knows what blasphemous notions they had about the stars. Each chamber's walls are covered in elaborate star charts, covered in extensive annotations in the Necron language, suggesting they record journeys among the stars. So take some pictures, destroy them, ignore them. Let's take some pictures. Alright. Put some more blackstone for that. And... Alright, so I can go that way and see a thing. Go that way and see another type of thing, I guess. Let's go this way. Alright, sensor servitor stops moving and starts belching pungent smoke. The runes of attention are blinking on its chassis, indicating several key systems require maintenance. Perform a bunch of maintenance. Perform the entire rite of refurbishment, including the incantation of 7 diagnostic processes in Addendum Fabricatus. Or just do the basics. So I feel like if we do the full one, Tomb's level's going to go up even further, but we'll go for it. Alright, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Of course, yeah, Tomb level went up. We got some blackstone. Alright, so again, yeah, moving backwards doesn't seem to increase the Tomb level, that's fine. So we'll go to the screen room, and then to the end. Necrons reanimate 1 turn faster. Glyph. This control panel controls a heavy door leading to a treasure room beyond, which is filled with cognition. We work out the right command, we can reap the rewards within. Sure, that one. Cogitator of some sorts, seemingly raw binary, seething within. Clearly it is of Xenos origin. Sparks of data leak through the age sealant used to contain the treasure within. So it healed one of my guys that wasn't injured. Okay. I don't... I don't know what my choice really was there. What else I could have possibly gotten from there. There just wasn't enough information to go on. But that's fine. We're at the end. Gonna fight a whole bunch of Necrons. Kill them all. Some tombs over there. I don't know what that is. Okay, so yeah, these things have health. I'm not sure why. Don't have any information about what they are. But that's fine. Let's see. So yeah, we have full cognitive points, so we'll take advantage of that fact and deploy all of our servitors just right off the bat. No reason not to. And we'll be smart, and we're going to move them off to the sides to block off these things, because I suspect that more Necrons will spawn from them, so I don't want to be flanked. Or I don't want my main guys to be flanked, rather. So I can't move up all the way, but I can move here, scan this thing. Gives me a bunch of blackstone, so I definitely want to get that, because that is the main currency here. So reveal stats on these guys. They've got a lot of health, probably because the awakening level got so high. Right, and move up again, end his turn. And again, we're just moving these guys to stop us from being flanked in case things come out of super obvious Necron tombs. They almost look like good old mob closets from Gauntlet. Although I realize that dates me because there has not been a Gauntlet game in probably about 15 years, so always was a good series, though. Well, a mindless series, but a fun one. Right, so let's see, focus our attacks on this one guy. Didn't do a whole lot. Yep, end our turn. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So I can flank them, possibly. Yep, so here we have Necron warriors spawned out of that. Have not yet spawned out of this one, but I'm sure they will. So they get to go first. They do quite a lot of damage. But I get cognition when my little guys get beat up. So I'm going to move next to him. And I don't want to go any further because that'll trigger attacks of opportunity from him. Which is strange because I don't see a melee weapon on him. But I do more damage with my melee weapons, that's why I wanted to do that. So I can move up. And alright, so that was a very productive turn there. Ooh. Well, it was until I took a ton of damage. So again, servitors pretty weak. They're basically just they're just cannon fodder. The game outright said they were. So they're just down here to distract those guys. Let's see what fun we can get up to. Alright, so I'm in melee range, which is good, that's what I want, because again I do extra damage, or slightly more damage rather, with my melee weapons. Can't do anything else though. more Necrons. Of course. These guys, I'm just going to move up a little bit further. So the benefit of being in melee range is anytime something tries to move past me, I get an attack of opportunity on it, which is nice. I don't quite understand that. Oh, because this takes cognitive points, apparently. Okay, this guy's gonna respawn here, so I wanna deal with him. So again, any damage done to them while they're downed finishes them off. Scan this guy because we can, and it gets us another cognitive point, which is a good thing. And then we'll move ahead. Nope. All weapons. Raise weapon, the more charged it becomes. When Machine Spirit is charged, we'll gain a buff to the attack of that weapon. So that thing I figured out independently. Yep. Okay. Alright. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck here. If I move at all, he's going to get an attack of opportunity on me. But he attempted to move foolishly, and I won. Cool. So again, just was able to incapacitate everything basically before anything else came out. So the sensor servitor reaches a location where the air currents through the tomb will take its sacred exudations to every corner of the tomb. The cohort guards it until the incense is fully deployed and can escort it back to the tomb entrance. Alright, sensor servitor has been delivered to the depths of the tomb. Its sacred incense now permeates all areas of the structure. So again, not sure if it actually did anything, but whatever, they're happy about it. I don't know. So I guess because I took damage, it cost me some of the Blackstone that I would have earned, if I'm reading that correctly. Right? Got some kills, so I earned some. Gave me 4 to the overall awakening, that's bad. Records all my mouse clicks. It's interesting. Alright, see the rewards we got. We did a new canonical unlocked. Complete 1 mission without using a canonical. Cool. So those seem to just be sort of like an on-use thing that we get throughout the game. But let's check our tech. So we've unlocked some new things. So this is the fancy gun that one guy had. This is the blast pistol, another fancy gun, which is fine. Here we have some of our other tech. Yep, figured that out. Alright, so yeah, this is our healing item. We want that. These are our troops. Oh wow, okay. There's apparently a lot of options. Ship upgrades. Oh, cool. There's a lot going on here. So your canonicals. Canonicals are unlocked by doing things. Makes sense. Tells me what I have to do to get all of them. Alright, so we won't bother like actually trying for any of those. We'll just get them naturally. That seems like the winning play here. Alright, is there a difference in like where I slot things, I wonder? Yeah, there is. Okay, that's strange. Alright, which guy was this? Okay, this is the one that can heal. So I want to take advantage of that. Alright, so this takes cognition, and so does the axe. I don't want 2 things that use cognition. Actually, I can upgrade him, so that's good. Um, I don't know. Let's keep going in this path. Select a body part. That's neat. 3 to max HP, plus 1 energy armor, or 2. What? Why would I not pick the one that's obviously better? Alright, cool. So... okay, so I have... I'm understanding this right. Cool, look a little bit different now. Alright, so I have the claw. I want some sort of weapon. It's +1 damage. Takes 2. Physical damage or energy damage. Let's see, we'll go with that thing. So we're gonna Megos Healer, just so I can keep them separated in my mind. And this guy, got enough to upgrade him. So he's gonna be kind of my leader guy. Plus 20% critical chance. That seems incredibly high. Give him better legs. Why not? Okay. Jeremiah, nope. Your name is Leader. Because you buff all my other things. Alright, so let's unequip everything so I can get a better feel for this. So I want... Gotta have those new pants. It's got robot legs now. It's pretty cool. It's like a little Darth Maul now. Well, he had spider legs, so... Want the melee weapon. And... go this thing as well. So yeah, even though it's less damage, I don't want 2 weapons that both take cognition. That seems like a foolish idea. I still can't click any of them, but get some new deployment chances. So this is the same one that was here before. Still not crazy about those rewards. This guy will give me a field generator. That seems nice. Blackstone. Lots of different energy or enemy types. And a level 11 Skitarii Vanguard. That seems like a thing I want. Yeah, we'll do this. Alright, and... so we got more mechanicals, so we can equip more of them now, which is kind of cool. Go ahead and jump on in. Potential for corruption continues to vex me. Spreading of the incense was not enough. I fear not. Malevolence of the Necron is overwhelming. What do you suggest? Progress in the tomb makes it possible for us to install a system of voxcasters, which is basically radios. What would that achieve? Prayers could be transmitted to the very heart of the Necron's resting place. Our troops would go everywhere bathed in the sacred binary of the Omnissiah. Sayings of the Princeps 65.4. When thou dearest to discourse purely, use binary. Novel concept. Yeah, I'm glad he thinks that's a little crazy. But why not? He gives good rewards. So, considered your plan. A cohort has been deployed. Alright. Alright, so, Kepka is, she's not happy about it, but whatever. One of the voxcasters being transported by the cohort begins emitting strains of music from an unknown source. Music sounds like it's of human origin, but it could interfere with the binary transmissions. Ah, human music. Transmit a stream of counter data? Eh. Find the source of the music. Shame. Broadcast an admonition to the entire Skitarii force demanding the music be shut down. I don't know, let's look for it, see what it is. Shall chastise the offender in person. Maxims Metallica 76.12. From such small heresies are great apostasies made. The music stems from a non-standard cranial augment in one of the Skitarii soldiers, which he has altered to play the music. So one of my troops has a radio in his brain. And that decreased the Necron initiative when I did that. It was already at nothing, so good job, team. You did it. Glyph. Use this one this time. I'm not sure what the point of that is. Like, it healed my guys that weren't damaged? I don't know. Seems like a very short mission, though. See, I'm not even going to bother going back to get the other glyph if it's just more healing. Cohort's communications pick up a transmission played in a binary adjacent Xenos language that can be interpreted as a distress signal. It's originating from the next chamber and is transmitted only in a very local area. Attempt to answer, approach the chamber, or observe. Just listen, see what it is. Transmission is looping a distress signal that peters out into static before restarting. It sounds like the final words from a dying ship. The uncertainty of its origin or the reason it is being played in the tomb is far more disconcerting than knowing the truth. Cool. Spooky. Yeah, I still like that little fade in there with the Necrons. It's pretty cool looking. Alright, survive 3 rounds. It's only 2 Necrons, though. Doesn't... Why survive when I can kill them? Okay. Go ahead and move up as far as we can. No reason not to. And just start blasting. Yeah, I will say the one thing I noticed is there's... And maybe this will come into play more later, but there's sort of kind of a lack of the more subtle things that like XCOM would have in terms of like setting up for Overwatch, trying to draw people out, things like that. And again, could be that I just haven't unlocked those options yet. But yeah, it seems like the winning play for pretty much every turn is just go as far up as I can, because the whole map is unveiled to me from the start. You know, there's no reason not to. Yeah, just go as far as I can and just start fighting. And I know, like, one of the rewards from this mission boosted my damage or something when I used it. So again, there is some items like that, so it's possible that I'll have more choices going forward. But again, for right now, just shooting. Took a boatload of damage from that, though. My goodness. More Necrons! Oh, there they are. It's a flayed one. This vile mix of flesh and machine. It's this form of Necron in its infant state. What has Scaviola got to say? Unsure of life form progression path, signs of degradation, deformed segmentation, and physiological deformities, possible solutions, infant disease, parasitic life form that represents form of flesh, blah blah blah. Don't care what it is, just kill it. There have been reports of Skitarii disappearing in these tombs, and I believe I now know why. Oh, the camera perspective like completely changed on me there. And it, like, completely skipped my turn as well. Okay. That's... Not thrilled about that. Right, so I'm in melee range. I can't do anything. Don't have any points to do anything. Boy, this is a rough start here. I have to move and get hit so that I can do anything at all. Alright, so I don't have points for that. That's bad. Yeah, I'm confused here because I used my servo skulls, which should have given me cognitive points, but I don't have any. When those guys showed up, it just skipped my turn. Yeah, these are the mechanicals I have. Just use that and heal me, I guess. Yeah, I can't do a whole lot here. There's more flayed ones, more Necron warriors. Yeah, looks like this is over because their whole team gets to go before I can. So I'm gonna die here, I think. But yeah, that was a little strange. Like I said, I should have had cognitive points to do more. It just didn't give them to me, or maybe something else used them. And then it just completely skipped my turns as well. So not super thrilled about how that went down, but we'll see. Gives us a chance to see what happens when you actually take the L. So, mission failed, mission is abandoned. Binary prayers are never transmitted through the tomb. The only sounds are gunfire and screams as the Scutari continue to struggle against the awakening Necrons. Alright. Setback will be redressed. You shall have your cleansing of this world. Alright. Mission status failure. Alright, so it says it costs things. I don't have enough to pay those costs, so I'm curious here. Are these guys just dead, or no? Okay. But yeah, that was odd. Like I said, the mechanics of the game just seem to sort of not function in that mission. Alright, so we'll go back, we'll do the other easy mission though. See how this goes instead. Alright. Alright, so again, just sort of some infighting here. Scaviola wants to do some research. Vedix, the priest guy, just wants to purge. So. Right, sure, human corpses are treated as returned as well. Opportunity to study the effect of Necron technology on human flesh. Right, so my objective is to collect Necron samples, which is just up there. Alright, so this time, maybe we'll play it a little bit safer, and just kind of go straight to the end. So it looks like basically we have to go either up or down, to the middle, and then to the right. We'll skip the stuff up top completely. One of the Necron war forms remains after the rest of the fallen constructs teleport away. It fades in and out of reality as if about to disappear. Kill it, extrapolate it, or extract it. Let's see, let's extrapolate the data, because I feel like if we extract it, it's just going to teleport anyways. Cool. So the cohort's auspexes detect various exotic particles and radiation types as the Necron's phasing out process is eventually completed. So we got some cognitive points for that. That's useful. Tombs possess autonomous repair, defense, maintenance capabilities. Further study equals yes. The chamber head has suffered damage from the shifting of the landscape above. Several dozen tiny beetle-shaped constructs are scurrying about industriously as they repair the damage. Ignore them. Grab a couple of them. Oh, so we can acquire a couple or a lot. I know it said they're dangerous in groups. So let's just get a couple. Right, the cohort snatch up a pair of scarabs, place them in specimen vaults for later study. The scarabs, evidently reacting to the loss of some of their number, rapidly redeploy across the chamber to maintain maximum efficiency in their work. It shows a great deal of coordination among the tiny constructs. Alright, so that's a good thing. Maxed out on cognitive points now. Necrons! Got a glyph. Do this one again. Right, got Blackstone that time. I'm sure there's some reasoning behind that. Something I'm missing, but either way, like I said, we're just gonna go straight to the end on this mission. Kill all enemies, nice and simple. Alright, this is the leader guy, this is the healer guy. And we're just going to deploy 2 of these, or just 1. Because I misclicked, that's fine though. I basically just want one of them to kind of hang out and police these tombs. Just make sure that nothing nefarious happens. You can't scan that, but you can get that. Get my cognitive points back. Move ahead. Yeah, there's no cover system or anything, which is a little odd. It seems like kind of a glaring omission. Oh, I can send servitors to collect that. That's neat. Okay. But I'm just gonna look at these guys instead. Start shooting. And end that turn. Let's see, you can reach that. That's good. Blackstone from it. So I definitely want to click on those computers every time I see them. I probably should have moved again and then done that. Yeah, no. I have enough cognitive points I can move though. And then shoot. And then end the turn. So next round, can deploy more servitors. Yeah, we'll be bold. Put all of them out. Because again, we want to police these tombs here. So we're ready. Things come out of them. Alright, so I have a little bit of a problem here, though, in that both of my guys, their ranged weapons are energy weapons, and the one Necron has an energy shield, so he's just going to basically shrug off anything that I do. So that one, I'm gonna have to get this guy in melee range to deal with him. It's not the end of the world, but it's something to keep in mind for sure. Gonna stay there. And next physical attack will deal +3 damage. Alright, so I've done a lot of damage to that guy. I'm gonna start moving up so we can get ready to melee that one. More Necrons in battle. That's interesting that that can happen mid-fight. Because I don't... Does that apply to this one? Like, would this same number of Necrons and Scarabs have spawned? I like this so far, though. Again, I'm probably a little biased, given that I like the setting and all that, but delay turn, you've delayed this unit's turn. Delaying its turn moves it to the end of the queue. Cannot delay a unit's turn more than once. That's fine. Yeah, they do quite a lot of damage. Delay. Let's do Servitor Skull on that. Oh. No. Let's move up. So I want to heal this guy. Alright. Damage this guy. Possibly bring him down. Alright, and go ahead and end his turn. See what the Scarabs do now. They'll get one shot, that's what they'll do. Excellent. Alright, I'm gonna go bold. I'm gonna use all my mechanicals that I can. Let's see. It's gonna be a big turn for this guy. He's gonna shoot, scan, heal, and then walk up and hopefully do some big damage on this. Eight damage, yeah. I'll take that. Okay. Alright, so yeah, they can heal. That's not good. But this Necron is in a bad spot. Good for me, though. I don't need to do anything with those guys, though. Like I said, they're just there to block those tombs. And these guys... Gonna get a kill on this. And then move into position in case something pops out of here as well. Just end his turn. Can't run. Let's see, everything here is now regenerating, which is not good. Absorb all the cognition we can from that. End our turn. And let's see if we can kill both these in one attack. Shot that guy. That's good. Oh, it just automatically ends it. Okay. So yeah, so far so good. Much better than the other one that we failed. Circumstances evaluation confirmed disappointing. Necrons employ teleportation technology to achieve post-destruction discorporation. Where do the remains go? Upon destruction, Necrons vanish. Move on, hoping next combat will yield suitable examples. Thoroughly search the chamber for any components that might have been missed by the teleportation effect. Take picked grabs of the damage from the Necron weapons. At least this information may be of use. Let's analyze the chamber. Cohort is slowed down by the search, giving the enemy necessary time to respond to their location. However, they uncover several samples of technology of uncertain purpose that might contain valuable materials. So we got a thing. And we won. Alright. Alright, so again, a little bit of a back and forth, saying that they're not super happy about the risking lives for not gaining anything. That's okay. Still won. So we got a new axe, which is pretty cool. Oh, it doesn't cost cognition either. That's really good. This thing, target has 50% chance to miss you. Got some blackstone. Alright. And... Alright, so let's check our cohort. Change their weapons for sure. I probably want to upgrade this guy more than anything. Oh, that's super useful. See, I have enough to upgrade everybody one more time. Definitely want to do that. One more spot that I can use. And go ahead and give him a melee weapon now too. 3 to 5, 2 to 4. But yeah, that costs cognition, and I'm not crazy about it. Okay, so this guy, gonna give him the same. It's the weaker axe, but again, it doesn't cost anything. I'm all about that. Upgrade him as well. Troops in range, attack the target. Why, yes. But more importantly, get more upgrade points. So... energy damage, physical damage. Alright, so now we have 2 gun options. And this guy, that's useful. Alright, we're doing pretty good. Probably just do one more mission here. Let's see what we have. And this one will give us a max cognition gauge. That's useful. The field generator thing again. This is a rifle and some kind of canister. We finally have a mission from her now. She'll give us gain additional tech priest. Yeah, that seems like a thing I want. And a Vanguard Alpha level 1. Alright, so let's try this one. So we get Necron Warriors again, Death Marks are a new thing, and if we succeed at this, we get another Tech Priest for our team. So yeah, I think this is the way to go. Didn't get any other Canicles out of that, but that's fine. Do not relish this mission. I ascertain from your pupil dilation and nervous system stress levels. Even in victory, the men and women on the ground suffer, but that is not something I imagine troubles Imagos. Some tech priests choose to excise the emotional centers of their brains, especially when they reach the rank of Magos. I did not. I fought under plenty of Magi who had no emotion at the loss of men and women in combat. I'm glad to know I'm not doing that again. I'm capable of quarantining emotions in my neurovaults and choosing to experience them if they are beneficial. I'm not ruled by them, but I'm not ignorant of them either. That is why the casualty rates on my mission under my command are 11.7% below the average. Take that as a good sign, yeah. Okay. Alright, Necrons are exerting pressure at key points. So this is just sort of background. She wants to collapse the tomb on top of the Necrons. So yeah, it's not a whole lot of story here. It's definitely sort of less story-driven than I suppose XCOM is, but there is a little bit of stuff going on. Right. Plotted 4 locations in the tomb. If these are made impassable to charges, the Necrons won't have run of their own tomb. Alright. Alright, so... Boy, this is a big mission. Okay. Alright, so yeah, it seems silly to go that way first. So we'll go over. Fascinating, blah blah blah. The wall of this chamber is inscribed a complex design resembling a star map, but the stars are depicted being consumed by ill-defined entities of swirling light and shadow. So these are the gods that corrupted the Necrons initially. Take some time, examine the records, and obliterate them. Okay. Real quick, just take some pictures. Very worrying. Pictograms are grainy and low resolution. Nothing can be made of them. Cool. Right. Necrons have awakened. Several Necron skulls are carved into the walls of this chamber, all arranged looking at a central pedestal holding up a globe. So I want to look at the globe or the faces. Let's look at the faces before we do anything else. Eyes of the Necrons appear to be hollow. On closer inspection, each conceals a weapon muzzle. The cohort watches for signs of a booby trap and notes a subtle pressure plate in the floor around the globe. Move on with a new understanding of Necron cunning. So I made the right choice there. Would have taken some damage, I assume. Alright, we're still going on tomb level. We'll see what we get here. Another glyph thing. Right. Let's move forward once again. The explosive charge put in place, but minuscule Necron scarab constructs emerge from apertures in the walls, evidently intent on devouring the explosives before they can go off. So I can cork the vents so no more scarabs come out, kill them, or hurry setting the explosives so they're ready before the scarabs do any damage. I feel like they're pretty much limitless. It's a tricky one. Just cork them. Cohorts use sealant compounds to fill in the holes from which the tiny scarabs are scuttling. The trooper who elects to perform this deed suffers dozens of small bites as the scarabs try to devour him. Thankfully, their attentions are taken off the explosives long enough for them to be successfully set. So I took some damage. That's fine. Alright, yeah, we're at level 1 right now. So yeah, let's just move to the end. I was hoping to get max cognitive points going into battle, but no such luck. Alright, plenty of scarabs spawning right on top of me. Always what you want to see. Oh. Life forms suddenly appear on Auspix. Unexpected. Possible tech. Formless teleportation, warp travel, unknown. This is no form of warp travel. The telepathica aboard has reported no disturbance near the planet the whole time we've been here. Alternate dimensional shift, teleportation, unknown. Teleportation, tech too volatile, no power signs, no lightning, no singe marks, tomb too deep for teleportation. Alright, so everybody's confused where this thing came from. Probably was just here, because that's what Necrons do. They're just around. But what do I know? Alright, so... start this battle up. And basically what I want to do is I'm going to kind of move this guy in a position to keep him out of my hair while I deal with these scarabs, because we just have to survive at this point. And that's all we're going for. Alright, so I'm going to get some awesome attacks of opportunity on all these things if any of them move, which is nice. Again, you're just going to block him. Probably die. Oh, do a lot of damage. Although I get cognition whenever he takes damage, so that's nice. Let's see. This guy's stats doesn't seem too strong. Alright, okay, so I can move forward. Hopefully take this out? Yeah, okay, just enough. It's good. And go ahead and end his turn. Pretty cool looking. And he teleported, okay. Oh, so he has Overwatch, but I don't. That's fine. So Overwatch in the, as it relates to these games, is basically when your unit's set up, and if anything kind of comes into range with them, they'll just automatically attack them. It looks like his Overwatch is very specific and is basically just going to give him an attack of opportunity on me. So, actually don't do that. Don't gain anything from that. At least not yet. Alright, so I have a little ranged attack here. Okay, so as soon as he takes damage, he phase shifts again, goes into Overwatch again, and the Overwatch is just targeted into this specific character, which is kind of odd, but... Right, that's fine though. Just gonna scan one of these things just so I can get max cognition again. And then... I'm gonna move just because I'm curious how this works. Okay, so yeah, it's just as soon as I move, he's gunning for me. Did that break him out of that, though? Yeah, okay. So it's just like a one-time thing. Oh! That's not good. Alright, so let's go ahead. Toss some more servitors down. Done. Can end that turn. Thought we were doing really good. We were about to win, but no such luck. Okay. Alright, how do I want to play this here? The range on that is tiny. I want to move here, because I know scanning this usually gives me Blackstone, and I definitely want that. And And then we have so much cognition, I'm just going to go ahead and use it to move further. Use a little more to do some damage. Forces a teleport on that guy. It's then going to go into Overwatch on... I can't tell. Apparently one of my servitors. Seems like kind of a waste. Let's heal this guy. Alright, and again, I have so much cognition, I'm just going to go for it. See if maybe I can kill this guy. Perfect. Go ahead and end his turn. So you have multiple guns, which is nice. I want to do this. He just needs to take any damage to get him out of here. Okay, so I don't have a clean shot on that because all my servitors are just blocking the way. It's okay. And... Alright, I'm going to try his ability. Makes all my servitors in range just instantly attack. Super useful. But again, I'm still just kind of stuck here. So I might as well move, pick up some more cognition. Yeah, I like that you're not stuck like having to do like move first, and if you don't move then you can't do actions. Like that's, I like that you have a lot of options for what you do and when you do it. That's always good to see in games like this. Okay, so... Doing a decent amount of damage to this guy. Again, our objective here is just to survive. Suspect we're going to be able to do that without too much issue. So these guys are a little far away. Admittedly, they can teleport around, but still. Gonna get off that thing just in case. So I guess the form of cover in this game, as far as I can tell, is basically just me hiding behind the servitors. Because if I can't shoot through them, I assume that the enemy cannot as well. So... Right. Yeah, too far away to do anything. Just go ahead and end the turn. So yeah, all my servitors are dead, but again, that's fine. That's what they're there for. Let's get over here. They don't seem too interested in teleporting. Oh, because they're not the teleport guys. Alright, even better. Just end the turn. Here comes some more, though. Oh, I hate that. So the objective changed, now I have to kill everything. I might have played that turn a little bit differently had I known that that was going to be the outcome. Okay, so servitors can't benefit from cognition points, unfortunately. So he's basically dead. Yeah, again, had I known that that was going to change, I assumed it was like survive and then it just instantly ends because you guys ran away or whatever. But nope. Not the end of the world though. This should still be winnable. Just gonna have to play it smart. If I play it smart, I mean rush into battle, So I'll end the turn there. Alright, so yeah, these guys do energy damage, which is good, because this guy has an energy shield. So I can sort of survive some of these hits. That did quite a lot of damage to him, which is nice. Alright, so he has 2 energy shield, which means attacking him is just pointless. It's not going to do anything. I can move forward, though, and melee him and kill him. So yeah, we have enough cognition, we can do it. Critical hits, instant kill. Don't have to worry about his body being in the way or anything. And this guy does take energy damage. So again, we're in a good spot here. Necrons reanimate 1 turn faster. None around to reanimate. But we'll still send out our servitors, do some scans. Right. Come on. Yes. All right. So downed him, which is nice. Still have enough movement actually to get cognition from that, even better. Even move back a little bit. End the turn there. It automatically heals. That's a really strong power there. Machine Spirit charged. Takes cognition. So let's see here. So we'll move up. Melee this thing to kill it. Because I don't want it reanimating. Move forward, and do we have enough range? No, just barely. It's a shame. Okay. Scan the other guy though. And we have plenty of cognition. I don't know what his range is though, and that worries me a little bit. So we'll be smart. We'll end the turn. Let them come to us. Okay, yeah, I could have done what I was wanting to do there. It's okay. Now we know. I don't know if there's a way to see like what the enemy's movement range is, and maybe I can like get more knowledge in the future or something. Like my scans get better or something like that, because yeah, that would be helpful to have, unless it's just something you have to kind of just know. Let's see, don't want to trigger any attacks of opportunity for sure. At the same time, I have so much cognition and nothing else to use it on, might as well go for it. Right, downed him, got more cognition, which is great. Move up a little further, and their turn. Again, healed a fool, which is awesome. Do some of that melee damage. And yeah. Move up here. Do quite a lot of damage with that. Potentially end it here with a lucky hit. Oh, 1 more health left. Okay. Alright, that's fine though. So, what we'll do is move up, heal this guy. use that just so we have some more cognition again. Just in case things go poorly for me. They shouldn't, but... Alright. So we win. Lost all our servitors, but that's okay. That's what they're for. Mission complete. The last demolition charge brings down another section of the tomb. The most heavily used routes around the tomb are now cut off, and the Necrons will be forced to fight the Skitarii on terms from now on. Alright. Servants of the Omnissiah will live now, who would otherwise die, Magos. My thanks for sending your tech priest to the aid of my troops. We will profit nothing on the world if our troops on the ground cannot keep the tombs open until we can ascertain the threat they contain. It is simple logic. Maybe, but nonetheless, I thank you. Alright, so yeah, went pretty well. So all my troops died, but they don't cost anything when they die, which is nice. I healed that guy at the end, even though I was going to win, to reduce the amount of Blackstone that took away from me, because I noticed that before. But yeah, so we killed quite a few things, got a lot of Blackstone from that. And we'll close that. Got another Canonical, which is good. Another one, okay. Whole bunch. Wow, that seems really strong. So max the machine spirits. That's like the charge up thing on all my moves. Let's see what we got, because we unlocked this Skitarii Vanguard. Alright, so he has a lot more health. Does a single target melee attack that's energy damage. Whereas these guys... Again, these guys just, they gain me cognition points when they hit an enemy or are hit by one. They do very little damage though. So, probably want to vary it up, switch those, 2 and 2 going forward or something. And I got a new guy. Doesn't have any upgrades or anything like that. So let's see. What do I want them to be? I'm just gonna go kind of see what this is and then save and quit for the night. But yeah, this is interesting. I like this game. I can see this taking a long time to play through, though. Probably, like, at the very least, probably 20-30 hours for a single, like, completion, I suppose. So I don't think probably won't be finishing this on stream. That'd be a lot, unless people, like, desperately wanted to see that. But I am glad I checked it out. Might finish this off stream though in my own time. We'll see. Do I want this guy to be? DPS wouldn't hurt. Yeah, why not? Right, and upgrade him again. So this would be +3 armor, +3 max HP, plus movement, plus energy damage. I have extra range on my weapons already. Just go for it. Full damage. Okay. Alright, so I don't have enough for any more, but that's fine. Yeah, I like that your appearance is tied to your upgrades. I think that's kind of neat. So you'll know at a glance what your guys are doing. It's nice to have customization like XCOM style, where you can have your people look like sort of anything, but then you have to, keep track of what's going on and all that. Whereas with this, okay, so I did full capacity. Okay, yeah, but whereas with this, like, you would know looking at this guy, like, oh, he's got those energy gauntlets. He's doing some damage, so that's nice. Again, just being able to have that at a glance there. Right. Oh, that takes 2. And 2 cognition as well. Wow. That's kind of bizarre. Alright, so we'll give... Nope, I want that the other slot. That. And... I can't into math. See, if I equip this, I can't do anything else. And it costs 2 cognitions. This guy could do a ton of damage. He could just truck people. but only when I have cognition, which means if I get like ambushed or something like that, that would be bad. So it will be smart, give him some basic weapons for now, just so he has something. But got an energy gun, basic axe. Okay. Let's see what tech we've gotten. Just kind of curious how these things show up. Curious what our missions are too, just to kind of see what's out there. So again, this was the one from before, so that's good. Missions don't vanish, like, you know, because I took that other one, this one didn't go away. I can still do this one. So you're basically just picking which thing you want earlier. Unless you fail a mission, of course, which we did earlier. So yeah, this one... Another rifle. Could be good. She wants us to... Oh, it's level 2. Or no, is that... I guess that's just level 1. It's hard to tell. Yeah, okay, level 1. No, I thought it was like 11 earlier. In 1 additional slot for deployment. So yeah, this would be a good one to do if we were to continue. But, like I said, I think we're done for that. Do new save, save 1, game. Saving in progress. Save complete. Alright, cool. It takes copious amounts of autosaves too, that's always good. You can see what your awakening level is, so we only got about 10% through. Admittedly, some of that was the tutorial and everything, and failing that mission. But I guess based on that, yeah, I could see this taking about probably 20 hours to go through a playthrough. But that's solid. I assume this game is like on sale and stuff right now. Didn't think to check the price beforehand. But yeah, I enjoyed this. If you're looking into sort of tactics games and things like that, or if you're a fan of the Warhammer setting, and I think most people once they experience it and just accept it for what it is, probably are. But yeah, if you're a fan of those things, definitely worth checking out. If you want something to fill that XCOM void or something like that, yeah, this seems like a solid pickup. Maybe doesn't quite have the depth that standard XCOM would in terms of, you know, gadgets and buildables and unlockables and things like that, but still enjoyable enough for sure. But yeah, so let's switch on over to the outro screen. Mute the desktop audio. So yeah, thanks again to the viewer who suggested this game. Definitely worth checking out. I'm glad I did. Hope you enjoyed watching it as well. And thanks for watching, checking out the stream tonight. Again, this is going live on December 30th, so tomorrow is New Year's Eve, of course. Good riddance to 2020, as most people are saying, of course. So and have some safe and fun festivities tomorrow night, and Happy New Year if you don't hear from me. And hopefully we'll be streaming on Friday night still, around the same time, about 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Not quite sure what we'll be doing then, but I'll think of something. So again, thanks for watching.